Hello, listeners. Tonight's tale is a bit about our own guilty pleasures. We often have the desire to indulge in them. Mine, for example, just so happens to be these tasty little Girl Scout cookies. Reminds me of this story about this man I once knew who was also guilty of his own little pleasures. Our story takes place in a typical afternoon day in a suburban neighborhood. We see Cindy, age 8, adorable as all heck, clearly in a happy mood, dressed in what you could expect a Girl Scout uniform would look like, carrying a couple boxes of cookies, humming to herself, skipping down the sidewalk, going door to door. Meanwhile, just across the street, a man named Jerry, late 40s, really peculiar type, opening his blinds to spy on young Cindy. As she approaches his home, he waits for her to ring the doorbell, sweat nearly pouring out of him, like he's ready, yet nervous. Cindy stands at the end of his walkway. She stands there looking almost unsure, as if she should even walk to the front door. She looks back down at her sash, decorated with tons of medals. Then she takes a deep breath and walks to the front door. She rings the doorbell. The doorbell echoes throughout the halls, bouncing off the walls of the house. Jerry, still nervous, trying his best to wipe his forehead and straighten himself up a bit. Finally, when he's ready, he opens the door. There's our young Cindy.
Hi, mister. My name is Cindy Lou, and I'm selling some delicious Girl Scout cookies. Would you like to buy some?
Jerry appears to be breathing a bit heavily. He can't get the words out, as he's staring right at Cindy, with lust in his eyes. Cindy looks at him, confused.
Mister, are you okay?
Jerry, trying to clear his head, snapping out of it. What? No, I can't. I shouldn't. Cindy, looking up at Jerry with pitiful in her eyes.
Please? If I sell 5 more boxes of cookies, I get to go to Funland and get my first cadet badge.
Jerry, still standing there anxious and nervous. Cindy reaches into one of her boxes. Cindy.
Before you say anything else,
She pulls out a cookie.
Here's a free example. This is our famous double walnut peanut butter cookie.
Jerry hesitates as he reaches for the cookie, lightly caressing her hand when he does. He shivers when their hands touch. Jerry devours the cookie out of anxiousness, keeping his eyes locked on Cindy. Jerry, with his mouth still full. It's very good. Cindy.
It's our best seller.
Cindy gives him a cheesy smile with a thumbs up. Jerry. I'm sorry, but I can't. Cindy cuts him off.
Please?
Cindy gives Jerry a sad, pouty face. After a moment, Jerry reconsiders. Jerry.
Okay, yeah, I'll be right back.
Jerry slams the door. Moments later, Jerry walks into the kitchen and grabs his wallet. A sharp knife catches his eye. A look of desire comes over Jerry's eyes when he sees the knife. This causes Jerry to put the wallet down and examine the knife, almost admiring it. He picks it up and holds it in his hands for a bit. His breathing intensifies. A rush of voices telling him to hurt that little girl overshadow his consciousness. Jerry goes back to his front door. He opens it. Seems to be out of breath. Jerry. I'm having a tough time finding my wallet. Would you like to come inside for a glass of lemonade? It's mighty hot out there. Cindy. I don't think my mommy would want me to go into a stranger's house. Jerry. Your mommy sounds like a very smart cookie. Cindy. She's the bestest. Jerry. I'll tell you what. If you come in and try some of my homemade lemonade, I'll buy 5 extra boxes. This excites Cindy. You will? Jerry. Scout's honor. Cindy jumps up and down in excitement. Yay! She practically runs into the house. After just a second, Jerry peeks his head out, looking around for anyone that possibly was watching. There's no one in sight. Cindy is now standing in Jerry's kitchen, waiting patiently. Jerry comes in, appears to be a little less nervous this time. Jerry. So, how old are you? Cindy. 8.5. I turn 9 next month. Jerry. 8, huh? That's a really good age. Cindy nods her head innocently. Jerry mumbles to himself. That's when they start to blossom. Cindy. What? Jerry snapping out of his mumbling. Nothing. Let's get you that glass of lemonade. Jerry grabs a glass cup out of the cabinet. Cindy. May I use your restroom? Jerry, with a smile ear to ear. Yes, you may. Down the hall to the left. Cindy exits the room. Jerry begins to pour lemonade into the glass cup. He looks around the corner to make sure Cindy isn't around. He reaches into his pocket and grabs a tiny little pill bottle. He pours the dust substance into the glass of lemonade and mixes it with his finger. Suddenly, Jerry hears the toilet flush. Cindy comes back into the kitchen, as happy as she can be. Jerry hands her the cup of lemonade and watches her closely to make sure she takes a drink out of the cup. Cindy looks like she's going to take a drink. Cindy. Last year, I was runner-up to stupid Stephanie Miller, who, by the way, cheated. Jerry, barely able to pay attention. You don't say. Cindy. I do say. She got her whole family to sign up. She even got her family in Sweden to buy boxes. Jerry. Couldn't be any less interested. Uh-huh. Cindy. Chapter 12, paragraph 4, line 2 clearly states, all purchases must be in the state of said seller, as said per Scout. Jerry begins to feel lightheaded. Cindy starts to drink out of the glass cup. She stops abruptly. Cindy. Wait! I never washed my hands. Mommy said clean hands go a long way. Cindy heads towards the sink. Jerry's dizziness begins to increase. He attempts to hold on to the counter. He starts to get really dizzy. He looks around over at Cindy and starts to realize something is wrong. The room begins to spin. Cindy turns around, drying off her hands. Jerry. What did you... Cindy. You don't look so good, mister. Jerry walks towards Cindy, barely capable to pick up his own 2 feet, like he's wearing concrete shoes. He sticks his hand out like he's gonna strangle Cindy. Cindy dumps out the glass of lemonade. Cindy.
You're silly, mister.
Jerry falls hard at the feet of Cindy. Cindy looks down at him for a moment, then reaches into his back pocket, takes out his wallet, takes some cash, and begins to hum again. Cindy trots out of Jerry's house as if nothing happened. Cindy's mom waits for her at the end of the walkway. Cindy trots to her. Cindy's mom.
Cindy, did you thank the nice man?
Like a little girl on Christmas, Cindy turns and waves enthusiastically.
Thanks, mister.
Cindy and her mom hold hands and start walking through the neighborhood. Oh hey listeners, you're back. Appears Jerry's guilty pleasure got the best of him. Remember, you are what you eat. Till next time.